What is going on, everybody? Fuck everything. I hate it all. Welcome back to the Festus Fantasy Football Forum on the stupid ass fucking podcast. Who gives a shit? Got a lot of stuff to do today. Talk about. I don't really care. I don't want to do this. Fucking hate everything. But the show goes on. Let's get into the fucking fact of the week. Who gives a fuck?
Alright, fellas, another fun fact of the week. This week we're doing who has had a player score the most points but left them on the bench. Jackson sent me 9 of these, so I'm going to just give the top 5. This is in league history, by the way. So, coming in at number 5 is this year, actually. And it is week 7. Brock had Bo Nix on the bench, and he scored 39.96 points. And he did get a You Fucked Up award for that. Number 4 is AJ. Week 13 of 2024, Jerry Jeudy went for 40 points. AJ still did win the game, but he had Jerry Jeudy on the bench who scored 40.5 points. Week 11, 2024, coming in at number 3 is Jackson. Taysom Hill, that athlete. He had 41.52 points, and Jackson did lose that game, earning a You Fucked Up award. Coming in at number 2, week 9, 2022, Colin had Justin Fields on the bench, and he went for 42.72. Colin did still win the game, but Justin Fields on the bench, 42 points. And with our number 1 spot goes to Austin in week 23 of 2024. Jawan Jennings on the bench, 46.5 points. And he lost. Somehow it wasn't a You Fucked Up award, so I guess even if he would have started Jawan Jennings, he still would have lost, which is criminal. We have a bonus stat here. Thank you, Jackson. Biggest playoff points left on the bench. Jackson, actually, himself. Round 2, 2022. Left Cam Akers on the bench. Shout out Cam Akers, Florida State, baby. 34.7 points. Jackson did still win the game. Tyler. Go Steelers.
Alright, thanks, Tone. You're still awesome, even though I play you this week, so in that instance, you will not be awesome. You're actually going to suck ass. But anyways, let's get back into the video. Week 12 reviews. Let's get through this shit. Dom's Girth took down Bucky's Backpack, 101.08 to 74.52. Shit game from Bucky's Backpack, shit game from Dom's Girth, but he did it. Chimray DK, great ad. Good for you, bud. Glad that you got to win. Super cool. Here's a big game. Washington Redskins. He took down bum-ass Team Didi, 156.06 to 104.52. Wow, great game from the Redskins. Wow, really good. Happy for you. Huge game here by Dak and Genty and Adams and A.J. Brown. Wandale Robinson for Team Didi. Unsung hero of this team, but it doesn't matter because you're 3-9 and you're a bum-ass. Here we go. Upset of the year. Said it last week. Kind of saw it coming. I didn't pick it because I'm a fucking idiot and I suck. But the Dogs took down Can't Chub Check, ending that win streak that Mez was on. So it's 105.52 to 83.44. Another bad week by Mez. I think the last 3 weeks have been bad. The Dogs haven't been overly impressive, but they've been getting the job done, and that's good for you. You know, Emmanuel Wilson was a great ad a while back, and he got playoff here. And you just made a trade, so hopefully your team does good. Maybe it doesn't. I don't really fucking care. Can't Chub Check. Quarterbacks are a problem. Evil Empire, light work against Brockzilla. 162.36 to 101.06. Jalen Hurts did everything but throw Devontae Smith the ball more. Thanks a lot. Nico Collins, weak. Rashee Rice, another good one. Jahmyr Gibbs is insane. Genuinely the craziest player I've ever seen in my life. It's crazy because the Lions had 2 players go off, Amon-Ra being for Brockzilla, and Jahmyr Gibbs still scored 55 points. That's I've never seen that, actually. I've never seen 2 players on the same team score over 30 with one of them going 55. Never seen that. Insane. Ramondre, awful play, but you got away with it because you've gotten away with everything this fucking year, and you're so lucky and you don't deserve it, but here you are. So, congrats, I guess. Brock, we play next week. I hope you fucking lose. Let's go to the first primetime game that we had highlighted here. Jack and Goff, he did his business against Name Still Loading, 119.46 to 96.86. Another great week out of Jack and Goff. JSN, best player in fantasy, in my opinion. Fuck. Jared Goff, pretty decent week, too. ETN and James Cook, great weeks as well. Name Still Loading, kind of just a mid-game all around. David and Joker really fucked you, but going to the bench, it wouldn't have mattered anyways. And then let's get to the game that everyone wants to talk about, but I really don't. 12-man blitz got lucky and beat the Guardians of your mom's house, 83.72 to 83.46. My season pretty much just ended by a total of 3 yards. Go back to a few weeks ago on Monday Night Football, lost to Colin again because I made trades. Jordan Addison, I hate you. My fault for trading him, right? I mean, the players I traded away. I got Devontae Smith, put up 15, whatever. Could have got a little more, would have appreciated it. But I get a you fucked up award. Colson Loveland right here, could have started him over. Dalton Schultz, I seriously considered it. Or if I fucking started anybody over Addison, like if I started Godwin, if I started Tucker, I did not realize Jordan Addison's floor was 0. So I get a you fucked up award for that. Colin, huge win for you. Devastating loss for the Guardians. I mean, seriously, I didn't fucking record this until Wednesday because I haven't opened my app since 10:52 on Monday. I didn't do it. I haven't done it. I didn't care to do it. Hate this fucking game that we love. I hate that I do so much for this game and it does nothing for me. Fuck fantasy football. Fuck everything. This is bullshit. I'm really fucking pissed off.
What's going on, fellas? Evil Empire coming at you with another little check-in, just some ball talk. You know how it is. Week 13? Yeah, week 13. Playoffs are kind of shaking out. You know, we're kind of getting more of a clearer picture here, what's going on in the league. Me and Mez secured his playoff spot last week. I secured mine this week. Shout out Mez. Looks like the ring is coming to the north. I mean, between the two of us, we got 19 wins, and that's super solid. So, shout out my brother from the north. I don't know what the other 2 guys are doing. I mean, Judson's got a good team. Just didn't click at the right time. I mean, fuck, he put up 150 just now, so maybe it did. Maybe it makes a little playoff push. All you got to do is get 7 wins, and then from there, hope you got a lot of points. But Jay's was just injury, but that's beside the point. Let's go ahead and take a gander at the playoff bracket here real quick. Let me pull it up if I can figure it out. I just downloaded the shit on. There we go. All right. So 1 seed obviously is Mez. 2 seed Colin. Shout out Colin. Really battled from that 0-4. Now you're 6-1 since week 4, or 7-1 since week 4. That's very impressive. Solid. Your only loss is to me. So name's still loading. I don't know if he'll make it. I really don't. What's his matchup looking like this week? I don't know who the fuck he's got to play, but it's AJ, and his team's not very good. So whoever he's playing, he's probably gonna lose to. Unfortunately, he just will not make a trade, and he won't change his stupid ass name. But yeah, so AJ is the 3 seed. Jackson could still take that bitch. I mean, he's got to win out. he's got a tough schedule, but if anybody's team can win out, his can. I mean, he's got a good squad. I mean, got some injuries. Hampton's practice window opened up, so I don't know if he'll help you this week, but potentially next week, so that's solid. And then at the 4 seed, we got the Evil Empire. It's just so unfortunate having 9 wins, and Mez has 10, so he's leading my division. But I play him this week, and I'm only down 50 points. So if I get a win, and I outscore him 50 points, you see where I'm going with that, I can get the bye. But then I got Judd the next week, and his team ain't no slouch. Like, he's fighting. You gotta respect it. And then at the 5th seed, we got Jacking Goff. You gotta get rid of that fucking quarterback, man. I don't know what his matchups are looking like. Obviously, he's on a good offense, but there's somebody on the waiver wire that is just a better option, in my opinion. And then Brockzilla at the 6th seed. I just don't think... This isn't even me hating on the manager, Brock. Just giving up. I mean, he had an unfortunate amount of injuries versus me. Shout out Jahmyr Gibbs. Love that guy. He had an unfortunate amount of injuries, so he really wasn't going to win versus me. I don't know what his outlook looks like on his season with who he's playing. But it can't be great. I just don't think he's going to make it. I think one of these teams in the toilet bowl bracket right now, I don't know if Tyler will do it. His team's hot right now. I honestly want to switch out Brock for Jackson. I really do. I also don't want to put that on Jackson's team, because if he doesn't do it, he'll end up blaming me somehow. But that looks like the playoff picture. A lot's going to change in these 2 weeks with 4 seed. Two of these guys could end up not making it. You know what I mean? If Tyler and Jackson both went out. I don't know what the points for are all looking like. I'm pretty sure that they're fairly close. That's tough. There's so many teams at 6-6. 3 of them are in the playoffs right now. So yes, shit's gonna get shaky here. The last week of the season is really gonna matter, and you hate to be there, being one of those teams, but you also love it in a sense because you're fighting. But it's gonna get shaky. But yeah, the Evil Empire looks fucking phenomenal. Go ahead and talk about that for a sec. You got 5 guys on this team that average 20 points, like no bullshit. And your 6th best player is Nico Collins. I mean, I think there's enough upside on the roster currently to handle flexes the rest of the year. And I mean, I have my playoff strategy for the waiver wire, obviously. So we'll implement that when the time comes, but not a lot going on the waiver wire either. I think the best acquisition this week is Neal, the running back for the Saints, because Kamara's got that sprained PCL or something, or MCL, whatever the fuck. And a mild injury for that is 2 to 3 weeks. So I'll go ahead and claim that motherfucker. That's why I saved my waiver claim all year. I was waiting for a running back to go down and just get a free starter. Thought about doing it on Gainwell, but Warren's injury wasn't serious enough, so. And then you got John Mechie there, too. He's just chilling. 2 double-digit points back-to-back. I mean, Wilson's still down. I think he's coming back week 15, but I mean, why bring back your star wide receiver if your season's a wash? So maybe just find out what you have with the guys currently playing. And I think that might be what they're doing with Mechie. I mean, leading targets. I mean, I don't really know who's been throwing him the ball, but obviously he's starting to show some consistency. And if you need a tight end this week, you're pretty much fucked, babe. Like, it's not a good look. The tight ends are always bare as hell. I mean, Brenton Strange is there. He just put up 93 yards, I think. So, I mean, yeah, if you need a tight end, Brenton Stranger's there. Taysom Hill's there. He got some rushing work. That could be a boom play versus Miami. T.J. Hawkinson's there, but you don't want to put that on your fucking roster. I wouldn't be mad at a Mike Gesicki play if you needed a tight end. But with Jamar coming back, but T's out, so it's almost like the same amount of targets are available for that tight end. So Mike Gesicki would not be a bad ad at all. Quarterback, not a lot going on at quarterback. I mean, that's rough. I don't even want to look at that shit. Ugh. Good luck if you need a quarterback. Tony. No running backs at all. Dylan Sampson. Not a lot going on the waiver wire, as always, but I still think we should add a bench spot because 5 is just not enough for what I need. But yeah, that's probably going to do it up for me. I mean, what a week. You know, your team drops 160 fucking points, and you had a guy score 2 on that team. You know, if we could just get some, I'm not even expecting a lot out of my flexes. 10 points, 20 points total for both of them. I'd be so happy, but I can't even get that shit. Luckily, everybody else scores 1,000,000 points, so I don't really need it. But Jahmyr Gibbs, I believe he's tied 7th all time for fantasy points scored in a game for a running back, and I believe he is tied for 20th all-time fantasy production ever in a game. So yeah, fun fact, I've had 2 guys in this league, 3 if you count Kamara in the year we don't count the ring anymore. I've had 3 guys drop 50, and only one other manager's had a guy drop 50, and it was Joe Mixon a couple years back. So fun little fact for you there if Tony doesn't mention something like that. You know, I was just thinking about my team too, Bijan and Trey. I got Tyler's 1st and 3rd round pick. So like half this ring should be, if I get the ring, half this ring should probably be his. So like we should change the stats to 1.5 for Tyler if I get a ring this year. Y'all don't want to see me with a ring, bro. I tell you what, boy, you do not want to see me get that motherfucker. I will be... Y'all think I'm a dickhead now? You don't know the half of it, man. I haven't been to the playoffs in 4 years and haven't touched a ring in 4 years. So every time I've gone to the playoffs, I've won every fucking game. And with the way my team looks right now, comparatively to the other guys trying to get in, even Mez, for real, like his team's low-key slowing down there a bit. Wrong time to do so, brother. I think just like, because having 5 guys average 20 is fucking ridiculous to me. Like, yeah, you're going to have 2 guys. A good team's going to have 2-3 guys. But 5? I don't know if I'm just tooting my own horn here. Probably a bit. But man, what a culmination of players. You know, when you start your draft prep in March for the forthcoming year, it's just forthcoming. Yeah, it's just you expect it to turn out like this every time, and history tells us it doesn't. It doesn't. If anything, it makes you go insane. But the year does finally pan out. You really appreciate those April mocks. You really do. And you trust your process. I mean, you form a plan. And if I look at my fucking draft sheet right now, which I looked at it the other week, my first 5 rounds went the exact way I wanted them to go. Getting Breece in the 5th, Hurts in the 4th, Hill in the 3rd. The more I look at it, I picked Tyreek Hill over fucking JSN like 5 picks before. So a couple other people fucked up on that one too. But I ended up getting Trey McBride out of the Tyreek Hill pick, so I didn't count that as a loss. I mean, that's a huge win. Round 2, I did Drake London. I turned him into CeeDee Lamb, and I turned CeeDee Lamb into Bijan. Elite management. And then round 1 was fucking Jahmyr Gibbs. We all know how fucking good he is. I mean, I wish he'd get the ball 100 times a game. I probably wouldn't have to start my full roster if he did. But enough tooting my own horn. I hope everybody has a tremendous week. Jackson, don't crash out. I mean, I've been trying to talk to you and you've been leaving me on red because you're upset, brother, and I get it. But I hope everybody has a great week, except for Mez. Fuck Mez. I want that bye. I deserve that bye. And so, yeah, that's going to do it for me. Maybe next week I'll do another video. Who knows? See ya.
All right, thanks, Chris. Week 13 previews. Here we go. I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna calm down, and we're gonna get this done, and we're gonna be nice. Here's an updated look at the standings for anybody who cares. I don't care personally. Maybe some people do. Officially, Mez and Chris locked up their playoff spots. Domsgirth and Team DD officially eliminated. They can no longer make trades with pretty much anybody besides, these two guys right here, and vice versa. Updated look at the points forward. This is going to be really, really crucial considering the tight playoff race here for these wildcard spots between Broxilla, Jack and Goff, Guardians, maybe throw in the Redskins and the Dogs for sure. So, East Division, wide open. West Division, Colin's got a 1-game lead at 7 wins. He's pretty much locked up a playoff spot considering our history of 7 wins making it. Let's get now into the Week 13 previews, and we're going to start here with 12-man blitz taking on Bucky's Backpack. Early projections, 119.7 and 95.9. Colin gets Jamar Chase back, which is great for him. Buggy's Backpack, pretty much his same lineup too. Buggy Irving will be returning, finally for him, so that's going to be great. If Jay Gill could get a win here, a sneaky win, I think all hell would break loose in the league, considering then that's really fucked for the playoffs. But it would be a huge upset considering Jay Gill's on a bad season right now, just bad losing streak. But for Colin, team looks great. Maybe have Trey Benson come back as well. Maybe you sit down DeAndre Swift after that fiasco. Maybe sit down Deebo Samuel. Either way, I'm gonna take Colin to win this game. Pretty obvious, So. Let's go to Domsgirth taking on Team DD here. Battle of the Eliminateds. These teams are going to be seeing each other in the consolation bracket. Domsgirth, 101.7 to Team DD, 112.6. Both teams coming in. No bye weeks, it looks like. Who really cares about this game? I'm going to pick Team DD just because I think he's still got way better players than Dom. But Dom has a sneaky roster. As we saw last week, he can pull out a win, especially if there's some points left on the table by his opponent. So yeah, I'm going to take Austin to win this one. Let's now go to the Washington Redskins taking on the Dogs. This is actually a huge game with a lot of implications. But we got Redskins projected 126, I think probably one of their highest projection totals of the season, taking on the Dogs this week, about 115. So this is going to be a good matchup here. The Dogs recently traded for, literally today, an hour before I started recording this, Jameson Williams. He goes off for Ty this week. I would not be surprised because he did that last year on his playoff run and that huge win streak he went on. For the Redskins, I'm not saying your season is over by any means. I mean, if you can really score some points these last few weeks like you did last week, you can get back into the race. So every week is important. Your high projection total, in my opinion, is really good. So hopefully it gives you some confidence. I think I'm going to take the Redskins here because last week I didn't pick them, or I did pick them, but then I didn't pick them. I fucked that up on the video. So this week I'm going to make sure I stamp my approval for Judson's team to win this week. No controversy. Here's a battle of the two secured playoff teams, right? This is a game of seeding and for potentially first place in their own division, so a huge game still. Can't Chubchak taking on the Evil Empire, a rematch from the record-breaking game a few weeks ago. Earlier in the season, I think week 5, week 6. Can't Chubchak projected 125.6, and then the Evil Empire projected 139.4. His team is absolutely stupid. It's so stupid. And it probably could be projected more, honestly. Can't Chubchak, ready to go. going to be having to start Jordan Love, but I like that actually against Detroit this week. I think he's going to have a pretty good performance. Jalen Hurts against Chicago, I think as well. It's going to be great. Jahmyr Gibbs against Green Bay, I don't know. Christian McCaffrey against Cleveland, really don't know. Jonathan Taylor against Houston, I don't know. Bijan against the... I mean, there's just a lot of back and forth matchups here, but I would say that Chris definitely has the better of the two, sides here. Like I said, Jalen Hurts against Chicago is great. Rashee Rice against Dallas is great. Trey McBride against Tampa Bay is great. Keenan Allen off that bye week maybe can be great against Las Vegas. I wouldn't put too much stock into that. However, Ladd McConkey, newly acquired from Mez, sat him on the bye week last week. Maybe costed him, maybe didn't. I don't know. He gets to play Ladd this week, and he gets to experience that real gritty, really hard-working, and all-star daughter dater level of play by Mr. McConkey, who I love so much. I'm going to take Chris to win this week, though. I think his team is just on fire right now, and I'd be stupid to pick against him. Let's go to the first of 2 primetime games this week. Just like last week, I'm doing 2 because they're super important. This one, Jack and Goff taking on the Guardians of your mom's house. Early projection totals 129 to 112. Guardians super big underdogs this week, and I don't disagree. I mean, Drake London, doubtful, not going to play this week. Jack and Goff, looks like his team is fully ready to go with newly acquired Joe Burrow coming back to play Baltimore. I wouldn't expect a huge game, especially with T. Higgins out, which, kind of a knock for him, but I think he's going to be just fine. We just saw DJ Moore go off. Caleb Williams probably going to start for the Guardians, so that kind of hurts myself. Unless he doesn't throw to DJ Moore, which is possible, I guess. Marion Hamden. Hey, welcome back. Stud, missed you. Kind of fucking ruined my season, but I still love you because you are awesome, and I'm excited to watch him play again. Breece Hall, same deal. Excited to watch him play against Atlanta because I don't know what defense is going to show up, and who knows how that game's going to go. Devontae Smith hopefully has a bigger game than 15 points. Hopefully A.J. Brown shuts the fuck up. I'd appreciate it. So Jalen Hurts will throw my guy the ball. JSN, James Cook, Devon Achane scares the fuck out of me. The only one that I kind of am okay with, right? Devon Achane obviously is scariest right now against New Orleans, but James Cook, kind of a tough matchup. JSN, honestly, kind of a tough matchup, but you better believe Sam Darnold's going to go absolutely the fuck off against his old team that let him go for a dog shit fucking quarterback. By the way, fuck Jordan Addison and fuck JJ McCarthy, by the way. Just want to get that out there on the table. Just, open the air. Air out the dirty laundry. I'm going to take Tony to win this week. I have no fucking confidence in my team anymore. I'm still going to fight, but I have no confidence because this season has taken a lot out of me. It's taken a lot out of me, especially on my mental health. This has been a tough year. Let's go to the final one. Battle of the 6 and 6s. Brockzilla taking on Name Still Loading. About 130 for Brock and 108 for AJ. Brock, will he get Josh Jacobs back? Does it really matter? Not really. He could have, I think, traded Bo Nix to Tony. He's probably overvaluing Bo Nix. Look at what just happened there with Jameson Williams and Joe Burrow. I wonder what Brock's going to do now because he essentially is stuck with Bo Nix and Drake May, and that's just you fucked up awards waiting to happen. I get it, you're going to play Drake May every week, but I don't know what type of game this is going to be. Actually, if I'm Brock, I'm actually kind of worried about Name Still Loading's roster right now. They look pretty good. I think they're due for a big boom week, especially with Jalen Waddle coming back. Brock still really injured right now with Josh Jacobs and Luther Burden and Marvin Harrison, who should be coming back. I'm going to take Brockzilla to win this game just because I think his team has more firepower. But again, I mean, Justin Jefferson is essentially unplayable at this point considering his caliber of player. Right? Honest to God, he's a flex play right now, which is stupid to say because it's Justin Jefferson, but he's a flex play, if we're being 100% honest with us. Or with ourselves. He is. When you look at that, on top of the injuries, I think it's going to be a really, really close game here. It's going to be really scary for Brockzilla. But I think his team is going to have just enough with, Derrick Henry and Drake May and Amon-Ra and Tyler Warren to get the job done. But this is going to be, if AJ wins this game, he stamps his way to the playoffs, man. So this is a huge one for him. Let's go through my picks one more time, guys. I got Colin winning. I got Austin winning. I got Judson winning. I have Chris winning. And then for the primetime games, I have Brock winning. And then I have Tony winning. So let's now get into Ty's Lock of the Week for week 13. Who cares? Like, I don't even know what week this is now.
Happy Thanksgiving, fellas. Give me the over 265.5 of Mez and Chris's game.
Alright guys, so I actually kind of enjoyed doing this tier maker thing last week, and I think to finish off this season, we're just going to be having some fun tiers every single week instead of the power rankings. Now, I want to make another point. Chris, still number 1 for the power rankings, and Dom, still number 12. So that's going to, again, come into play for the award ceremony later on in the season. But there's some fun things on this tier maker here. I'm going to get right into it. Team DD, I'm going to put in the injuries category here. Just an unfortunate series of events this season. We've all kind of known this is happening, so it's nothing too crazy. Brockzilla's up next. I'm going to put on into is this team who we thought it was category, because as of recent in this end of the season, now at 6-6, with some injuries, with some big concerns with Justin Jefferson, I don't know if this, and the flexes, especially flexes, have been terrible. I don't know if this team is as good as we thought it was earlier on in the season, including me. I thought this team was great, and I think I'm mistaken. For the Guardians, no point in my life anymore. For the Evil Empire, I got Super Bowl favorite. I don't think there's any debate about this right now. I think Mez had this spot for the majority of the season, but Chris's team has really come on strong as of recent weeks, and I think there's the clear betting favorite to win it all this year. For 12-man blitz, we got Mr. Scores a lot of points because that's what he does. And he's damn good at scoring a lot of points, or not scoring a lot of points, but he still finds a way to win. So congrats to you, Colin, you son of a... Dom's yours I got in the bar challenge category. You can put Team DD here in the bar challenge category too, but gotta keep it fun. For Bucky's backpack, I have injuries here for him. Another team that just was decimated this season with George Kittle, Malik Neighbors, Bucky Irving. For Mr. Mez, can't chub check. Team is great, we all know this, but he has some red flags, and we've been noticing this as of recent weeks. It's been it hasn't been great sunshines and large rainbows. CeeDee Lamb hasn't been producing. The running backs, Jonathan Taylor actually has a lot of bad games considering his status. Now, his boom games are huge, but his bad games are, sub 10. So that's a little bit more boomer bust than maybe Mez likes, but that's just kind of how, that's the red flag of the team, I guess. And the quarterback situation's been terrible. For the Redskins, I want to put on to the watch out now category because watch out now, Look at this team coming, doing well as of recent, scored 156 last week. Another team I want to put out to the watch out now is the Dogs. Huge upsets in the past 2 weeks with Brock and Mez. Hasn't scored a lot of points, but the team is producing, and that's all that fucking matters in fantasy football. Just win, baby. Just fucking win. This right here, hot dog, is AJ. I have him in the can he hang on tier because can he hang on? I mean, he's been holding on to this weak East Division lead all season, it feels like, just by a game or two, and it's coming down to the wire. We all have tough schedules to finish this thing out. Can he hang on? And for the final one, this is Tony's old logo. I have him in the sleeper juggernaut category, which it really should be like right up here, honestly. I mean, here, I'll even say this for Tony's team. I'm really liking where this team is at as of these last few weeks, especially after the James Cook trade. I'm loving it. And now I think he's got a great quarterback with Joe Burrow that he can rely on more consistently than Jared Goff. So I think it's going to be a fun end of the season. So here's my, I'm trying to get it all in one frame here. Here's my final tier list. Let me know if you guys enjoy this or not. I'm not going to make it like A, B, C, D. I'm going to make it kind of fun, like kind of how Barstool does it with Big Cat. Excuse me, Barstool does it with Big Cat, but we'll, keep it fun for the forum. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like or don't. I don't really care. Good luck to everybody this week, except Tony. I'm scared of your team, but please maybe take the week off. I really appreciate it. All right, see you guys.